Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our Telegram channel given in the description to updates and study materials. Topic for today's quiz is the making of a global world set. 1. Question number 1. What do you mean by globalization? Option A. An economic system that has emerged since the last 50 years. Option B. Trade, migration of people in search of work. Option C. Movement of capital. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is Option A. An economic system that has emerged since the last 50 years. Globalization refers to an economic system that has emerged since the last 50 years or so. Question number 2. What was the main reason behind the world shrank? Option A. European sailors found a sea route. Option B. Production increase for European market. Option C. Europe become the center of the world trade. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is Option A. European sailors found a sea route. European sailors found a sea route to Asia and also crossed the Atlantic and discovered America. It became easier to reach any part of the world. Question number 3. What the economists identify as flows? Option A. Trade in goods and migration of people in search of employment. Option B. Economic, social and cultural exchanges. Option C. No imports of food. Option D. All of them. The correct answer is Option A. Trade in goods and migration of people in search of employment. Trade in goods like cloth, rice or wheat. Migration of people in search of employment and movement of capital for short-term or long-term investments over long distances. Question number 4. What were the product India carrying on an active coastal trade in ancient times? Option A. Goods, money, skills and ideas abroad. Option B. Only goods. Option C. Only money. Option D. None of them. The correct answer is Option A. Goods, money, skills and ideas abroad. Indians carried goods, money, skills and ideas abroad. An active coastal trade, as early as 3000 BC, linked Indus Valley civilization with present-day West Asia. Question number 5. What were the number of people who migrated from all parts of the world in the 19th century? Option A. 10 million from Europe to America. Option B. Nearly 20 million all over the world. Option C. Nearly 50 million. Option D. 150 million from all over the world migrate. The correct answer is Option D. 150 million from all over the world migrate. Nearly 50 million people emigrated from Europe to America and Australia in the 19th century. All over the world, some 150 million are estimated to have left their homes, crossed oceans and vast distances over land in search of a better future. Question number 6. What do you mean by indentured labor? Option A. Unpaid labor. Option B. A bonded laborer, to pay off his passage to a new country or home. Option C. A slave brought in a share market. Option D. All of them. The correct answer is Option B. A bonded laborer, to pay off his passage to a new country or home. A bonded laborer, under contract to work for a specific time for his employer, to pay off his passage to a new country or home. Question number 7. In the 19th century, where did the huge number of Indian and Chinese laborers migrated to work on? Option A. In mines. Option B. In farms. Option C. In factories. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option A. In mines. In the 19th century, hundreds of thousands of Indian and Chinese laborers went to work in mines, plantations, and road railway construction projects around the world. Question number 8. Name the writer who was a descendant of indentured labor migrants and also got Nobel Prize. Option A. V.S. Naipaul. Option B. Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Option C. Ram Naresh Sarwan. Option D. Ram Naren Tiwari. The correct answer is option A. V.S. Naipaul. V.S. Naipaul was one of the Nobel Prize-winning writer who was a descendant of indentured labor migrants. Question number 9. When did the indentured labor system was abolished in India? Option A. 1921. Option B. 1925. Option C. 1915. Option D. 1928. The correct answer is option A. 1921. From the 1900s, India's nationalist leaders began opposing the system of indentured labor migration as abusive and cruel. It was abolished in 1921. Question number 10. Who discovered the vast continent, later known as America? Option A. Vasco da Gama. Option B. Christopher Columbus. Option C. V.S. Naipaul. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option B. Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus accidentally discovered the vast continent later known as America. Question number 11. The foods introduced in Europe after the discovery of the America? Option A. Potatoes and soya. Option B. Groundnuts and maize. Option C. Tomatoes, chilies and sweet potatoes. Option D. All of them. The correct answer is option D. All of them. Many of our foods such as potatoes, soya, groundnuts, maize, tomatoes, chilies, sweet potatoes, and so on were not known to our ancestors until the discovery of the America. Question number 12. In between whom the Second World War was fought? Option A. America and Europe. Option B. USA and Japan. Option C. The Allies and the Axis powers. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option C. The Allies and the Axis powers. The Second World War was fought between the Allies, Britain, France, Soviet Union and the US, and the Axis powers, Nazi Germany, Japan, and Italy. Question number 13. From where could an Indian peasant borrow capital for growing food? Option A. From Indian bankers, traders and money lenders who followed European colonizers into Africa. Option B. Only from bankers. Option C. Only from traders and money lenders. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option A. From Indian bankers, traders and money lenders who followed European colonizers into Africa. Indian farmers borrow money from the banks in order to have their crops grown. Other than that, if the farmers who do not borrow money from the banks, they borrow money from the traders or the money lenders because it is difficult for them to repay and since they are small farmers. Question number 14. By which crucial influences post-war Reconstruction was shaped? Option A. The US emerged as the dominant country in the Western world. Option B. The collapse of capitalist world. Option C. The emergence of Soviet Union as a world power. Option D. Both A and C. The correct answer is option D. Both A and C. Post-war Reconstruction was shaped by two crucial influences. The US emerged as the dominant economic, political and military power in the Western, and the Soviet Union emerged as a world power. Question number 15. Who was the first people to link the world in ancient times? Option A. Priests. Option B. Pilgrims. Option C. Travelers and traders. Option D. All of them. The correct answer is option D. All of them. Travelers, traders, priests and pilgrims traveled vast distances for knowledge, opportunity, spiritual fulfillment, or to escape persecution. They carried goods, money, values, skills, ideas, inventions, and even germs and diseases. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now. Link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.